Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Being on YouTube for many years now, I really feel that I've learned a lot from being a content creator. Although I am a pretty small channel myself, and for a while I've debated whether or not I should make this video because I don't know if I'm quote qualified enough since there are so many bigger YouTubers out there. But at the same time, every YouTuber's experience is unique in their own ways, especially since there are so many different types of YouTubers out there. I get a lot of comments and DMs telling me that I've inspired them to start a YouTube channel, which makes me really happy. So I thought I'd make a video giving some advice to those who want to do content similar to mine. I split this video into different sections and hopefully it can tackle most aspects you might be worried about when starting your YouTube journey. But before we start, people that are new to my channel, you're probably wondering what kind of content does sakuraopal make, so I guess I'll briefly introduce myself. Hi, I'm Veda, but you can also call me Saku if you like, which is short for sakuraopal. I've been making YouTube content since 2015, which is when I got my first computer, although I did private all my cringe content. I used to upload mainly animatics and speed paints, but now I've evolved more to videos about my life, which is usually drawing, dancing, singing, guitar, piano related because I really like art. All types of art. So if you want to do content similar to mine, or you just want to stick around for tips, keep on watching and subscribe and check out my other videos if you're interested. Okay, let's start. Before we dive into the details, let me first ask you a question. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Da 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 da. Do you have your answer? Okay. Although there is no correct answer, I really do not suggest starting YouTube thinking it'll be a way for you to earn money. Although yes, YouTube can earn you money, which I'll be elaborating later on in the video, it should not be the main reason, as number one, I'm pretty sure people can see if you're passionate or you're just in it for the money. Number two, you really don't earn a lot if you're starting out. Number three, you'll end up being burnt out way too quickly because you're going to be focusing too much on the numbers. For me, I mainly started posting because I like creating things a lot, as well as I'm not that great at expressing myself or showcasing my abilities in real life because I'm quiet and I'm an introvert. So I think online is where I can truly thrive and be able to express myself. I also wanted to create a safe and comfy space here on the internet for people, mostly artists like me, since I felt kind of lost on the internet when I first started and I was trying to find my community. So really think to yourself, why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Is it because of an external or an internal source of happiness? But knowing if you clicked on this video, you probably have a really valid reason and you're filled with passion already, so let's move on. I'm sure a lot of you have seen my art tips I wish I could tell my beginner self video. By the way, what the heck? Why does it have 1.5 million views? I'm still shocked. And in that video, I talk about having an art inspiration board that you can always come back to. I think that method applies to anything, so create a YouTuber inspiration board. And hopefully I'm in it. Just kidding. So who are your favorite YouTubers? What do you like about their content? What makes them entertaining and why do you watch them? Try answering those questions in your head, take some mental notes, and use them as a blueprint for your channel. For example, I really love Lily Pichu. I've been watching her since I was 12. This isn't a fangirl moment, okay? But I just really like her channel a lot because of her bubbly personality, how talented she is, and she shares a lot of the same interests as me, such as anime, piano, and league. So I try to take note of that and think about why others would want to watch me, like how I love watching Lily's content. You can also take notes of certain techniques and effects that you like too. For example, I used to post a lot of animatics where we do this bouncy effect, but now you can see I use this effect kind of in almost all my videos, including this one, and I think that this effect is kind of iconic within my videos now and what makes my videos. Like that, start to establish what you want your channel to look like. Take notes from your favorite creators and how you can try to incorporate that to your own channel. Of course, it doesn't have to just be from YouTube. For example, I take a lot of inspiration from K-pop and aesthetic anime Pinterest photos in terms of color grading. So yeah, really establish your defining features and what will set you apart from other channels. One thing I want to add though is that there is a difference between copying and taking inspiration from people. So make sure if you do see something cool that you want to try from other people, transform it into a version of your own first. I would call myself a studious person, as in I actually kind of like studying sometimes, and I really like applying what I learn in class into real life situations, because what else are you going to use the knowledge for? So I will teach you a little something today. I'm not a qualified teacher, but I did get the most improved award in my year. I'm flexing. Okay, in my English language and literature course, shout out to my IB students out there by the way, we analyze a lot of materials you see in real life, like posters, news articles, advertisements, etc. From that, we try to identify the purpose as well as the target audience for these materials. So like that, do the same for your own channel. You've already defined your purpose in the previous section of the video, so now ask yourself, who is your target audience? When I first started, I mainly did content that catered towards one specific fandom. Although creating fandom-specific content will probably help you reach more people in the beginning, I also don't think it's a very sustainable way to gain subscribers, as in once you stop making for that one specific fandom, then your views will drop by a lot. That was kind of the case for me. I posted a lot of Miraculous Ladybug animatics back in like 2018. Because of that, my subscribers, which I think was around 4,000, would only watch me for that. However, I eventually did grow out of that phase, and thus when I started to post other types of content, basically nobody watched me anymore, so I had to start from bottom up again. With that in mind, if you like making fandom videos, just go for it, but know that this might happen to you, and it's honestly a bit sad, and I know that a lot of my fan artist friends can also relate to this problem as well. Another advice I would give is try to showcase your personality a bit more. I think at the end of the day, we just want to watch someone who's nice, can make entertaining content, and probably someone you look up to, can teach you a little something, or just someone you can relate to. At least I think that's the case for me and the people I would like to watch, and I'd also like to think that's how I gained my fan base. People I know that will support me, for me, and not just one specific thing that I make. So shout out to sakuraopal. I love you guys. A lot of people ask me what kind of programs and equipment I use, so I'll just answer them all now. My setup is for the most part very affordable, maybe just except for Final Cut Pro. But if you're starting out on YouTube, I don't really think you should worry about the video/audio quality so much, but focus on the actual content itself. For my camera, I used my iPhone to record for the longest time, and honestly, it's pretty good. Although now I started to use the camera DJI Pocket for vlogging. And for setting up, I use my tripod. And if you don't have a tripod, just think about out-of-the-box ways to balance your phone or camera on random objects, which is what I did in the beginning. And for my mic, I use my Blue Yeti. Like, look at this ASMR. Wow, it's so good. But you honestly don't need a mic unless you want your videos to sound more professional, like what I'm doing here. I used to use my Apple earphones, and I think that's a pretty good alternative too. As for applications, I use Procreate to draw all the text and drawings in the video, and then I edit with Final Cut Pro on my MacBook. I unfortunately don't know any alternative editing apps for tablets, but I'm sure you guys just can Google it yourself. One thing about editing, I think establishing your editing style is really important too. I developed my own editing style based on watching other people's videos, like, why is cutting this footage at this specific moment to make the video funnier? Or, ooh, I like how they did that transition, I'm gonna try doing that in my next video. Just watching videos on YouTube, I catch on the details I like and then put it on into my own videos, kind of like what I mentioned in part 2. But even in free apps like iMovie, you can export a fully functioning video with just the basic functions. For those of you that don't know, I am currently in my senior year of high school. As you may expect, managing school alongside YouTube, art, and my other hobbies can be very challenging at times, so I'll be sharing you guys my own experience. I set myself a goal to try my best to post weekly, specifically Monday 11 p.m. Hong Kong time, which is GMT +8. I'm not plugging myself in my own video, okay? Just keep that in mind, you know? Okay, I think that setting a designated time really helps your audience know when to watch your videos and encourages them to watch more of your videos. And it helps you, a creator, as well, because now you have a routine to base off your uploading schedule. For me, this is how it goes. I have school until 3 p.m. every day, so on Thursdays or Fridays, I would film and start to edit. I'll then try my best to finish editing over Saturday, so then I'll have Sunday to do my homework or study. And another thing I'd like to do, I don't know if other YouTubers do this as well, but I will literally stock up my videos, as in over summer, since I know I'll be busy when school starts, I made tons of videos and then post them whenever there's a week I'm unavailable to make videos. For example, if you see my last video, Fish and I commented like 2 months ago, because that's when the video was actually made. And another thing is to treat YouTube more as a hobby than a job. So you would usually do your hobbies in your free time, right? So just treat YouTube the same. If I'm gonna draw either way in my free time after I finish all my homework, I might as well just record it and then make it into a video, right? Another thing people don't talk about is the response you get about from being a YouTuber around your friends and family and the people around you, like real life. The truth is, I don't really tell people that I do YouTube, but my friends and family brag about me a lot to other people, so I've come to just accept it and not care if people do know about my channel or not, because why should someone else stop you from doing what you love? Although it is really embarrassing at times when the topic of YouTube or my channel comes into conversation with people I'm not close with. I just kind of sit there and then nod and like, yeah, can we please move on to the next topic? As a creator, having a community is a really, really important aspect, because ultimately that's who will support you in the end. Because of that, try your best to show your engagement with your followers. For example, I heart a lot of the comments in my videos. I try to reply to comments whenever I post art on my Instagram, and I try to engage with my fans on my Discord server. Like, I have a specific channel on my Discord server called Saku, where you can type me something and I try my best to respond to it. That was actually inspired by Weavers, so I take inspiration from everything. I think the difference why people sometimes prefer watching online creators than a celebrity is because we relate more to these people and there is more of a sense of engagement. And plus, if you think about it, you'll probably make these people's days so much better if you just respond and engage with them. Just from a push of a button away, you can make someone's day so much better. So just why not do it? I know a lot of the YouTube veterans will tell you to stay away from reading the comments, but I actually really like reading my comments because they're usually really, really nice, and I like engaging in my community a lot. So just do whatever you want. Your mental health should come first, no matter what. Anyways, when there are more people that come across your channel, the more likely you'll receive hate comments. So yeah, I would say though, whenever I see hate comments, I usually imagine a really young child commenting them, and they're just typing it for the sake of a hate comment, no meaning attached to it. They're just like, I hate you so much. But I actually think they're really funny because they're just so stupid and they don't make any sense at all. Or you can think about it this way: wow, I'm so popular that I'm now receiving hate comments. Just kidding, or not. However, I do get hurt whenever I receive comments that are criticizing me, often not really constructive feedback, and they're just commenting something that they think is meant to help me, but it's really not, and they're saying it in such a condescending tone too. So I'm like, what is the purpose of this? I actually have a small anecdote about this. So a while ago, I made a video named What Our Brains Do When We Draw, and in that I talked about a book that a lot of people claim to be pseudoscience, but I actually thought the book was really helpful. And so there are a lot of people bashing me in the comments saying, yo, you should take this video down, you're spreading false information, I hate you, you suck, and stuff like that. And after all this backlash, I felt really, really bad because I can deal with hate, but I just did not want to misinform others, and I genuinely just made the video because the book immensely helped me for my drawings. So I was sort of in a slump mood for a few days. Like, I want to help people, not make their lives even worse. So I got really scared of checking my comments, and I was just really scared, like anxious all the time. But then I talked to my mom, who has a master in psychology, and my psychology teacher, who has a PhD in psychology. So they said this: the book isn't entirely wrong, like yes, maybe it might be overgeneralizing a lot, but this has been an ongoing, very big debate in psychology, and there's still so many things we don't know about. So in that sense, this constructive feedback that you should take the video down, this is all misinformation, and then telling me to do more research and stuff, but that's not the point. I made the video because I just wanted to help people in drawing. I'm not trying to like prove like some psychology theory, okay? And then yeah, I was really upset, but you know, the internet is the internet. You can't control what they say, and my advice is just to listen to the criticisms of people who actually matter to you. So in my case, my mom and my psychology teacher. So next time I need to know what information I include if I'm talking about a more controversial topic, I guess. I don't see this talked about that often, so I'm just going to be clearing up some misconceptions that I hear a lot. On YouTube, ad revenue is how you earn money. That being said, it is not dependent on the amount of views or subscribers you have, although those factors may influence how many people view your ads. So basically, in order to earn a higher amount of money, more people have to see the ads placed in your videos, which not only includes the pop-up ads before, during, and after your videos, but also the banners on the side, on the website. As a creator, you can choose when and which type of ads you want to display. I usually put about like 2 to 3 ads in 20-minute long videos. I think that's a fair amount. So how do you put ads on your YouTube videos? In order to start putting ads on your YouTube videos, you need to apply for the YouTube Partnership Program. And then you have to set up a Google AdSense account. They mail you a letter with your verification code and stuff. It is quite a long process to get ads. So no, you do not automatically get money once you hit 10,000 subscribers. I've heard that before. That's not the end of it though, because your videos have to be eligible for monetization as well. This includes no copyrighted music, no violence, no nudity, and basically no controversial topics. Just have a video that is very safe for work, basically. Because if you think about it, if you're a company, you wouldn't want your ads to be displayed on those types of video either, right? And one more thing, let's talk about copyright. You are allowed to use copyright music in videos, but you just won't be able to monetize them in your video. So no, I do not earn any money from my dance covers. That money goes to Pledis and hopefully 17 for background music. I search royalty-free music, no copyright music on YouTube, and then just YouTube MP3 download it, and then crediting these amazing lifesavers in my description. Now, when you get to a certain point in your YouTube career, you will start encountering sponsors and collaboration opportunities. For me, I had the amazing chance to work with Lukrembo, Paint, Huon, XP Pen, etc., etc. So there are 3 types of collaborations I usually have with these companies. Number 1, they just send you the products for free and then you review it. Number 2, you make a pre-roll ad, which is about 1 minute long, and you put it in the beginning of the video or somewhere near the beginning, or you just make a whole video for the sponsor and then they give you a commission fee. Number 3, you do a review of something and then you get a certain percentage every time a person purchases the product or service. But please do your research beforehand about the company, and always be skeptical of the emails, because there are so many scam emails in my inbox like this. Wow. Speaking about scam emails, this is usually how I identify legit emails, so I know who to work with and who not to work with. So number 1, official companies usually have their own email domain that corresponds with their company name. Number 2, they address you and occasionally mention what kind of content you do, so you know that it's not a bot who's writing that email. Number 3, they have banners or they list the company's social media at the end of their email, so then you can check out the social medias and see if it's legit. And then number 4, they have no spelling, grammatical errors, or weird formatting, so you know it's an actual person writing the email and not some strange bot. But if you still have a bad feeling, even though you've done the email check, chances are that the email is a scam, so just be careful because they're out here to get you. Scary. I always like ending these videos on something related to mindset because I think it's probably the most important part on any journey. As a YouTuber, it's really hard not to just focus on the numbers because that's what, quote, defines your success. The first thing people see and what people ultimately judge your channel on. Furthermore, once you enter the YouTube studio, you are bombarded with your analytics, your views, your watch time, your click rate, your video ranking compared to your previous videos, your subscriber count, just everything. To be honest, I've been very insecure about the numbers I get. Like, I have a pretty low view to subscriber ratio, and I can't help but feel bad. I always think I don't deserve my subscriber count, and like, I need to work harder so that my subscriber count lives up to how many views I get per video. But this is what a lot of YouTubers subconsciously think, is that we start to link hard work to the number of views I get when it is not correlated at all. Ultimately, it's more up to luck, and honestly, you need to pray to the gods of YouTube, to Susan, that your video will be recommended to others. So please don't force yourself to work that hard and then crash down because you're feeling burnt out. But let me tell you a story when I did blow up. So going back to my art tips video, the video blew up so much I ended up getting like 10,000 subscribers in a week. My Discord server went from 200 members to 1,000 members in merely a few days. It was honestly insane, and you might think that blowing up means that I'll be happy, but at the same time, you're actually not used to having so many eyes on you at once, so it's actually kind of scary. It's really hard to imagine being in that situation, and it's a situation that everyone dreams of being in, but when you're actually in that situation, it's sort of like a, now what? I think this quote by Ryan Higa in Anthony Padilla's interview with legendary OG YouTubers sums it up perfectly. Quote, "Once you go through it, you go through the realization of, that's it? This is fun for a few weeks. And then it becomes normal. And then you're like, I need to get more. It just never ends." I actually felt the exact same way, and honestly, it was a really stressful time for me since me and my staff team on Discord was not used to suddenly having 3,000 members when we just had 200 members 2 weeks ago. The moral of the story is that it's not about numbers in the end. Everyone thinks, oh, once I reach this certain amount of numbers, then I'll be happy. But this is wrong. The way for you to be happy is to change your mindset and change yourself to be happy just from making the content themselves. Whenever I feel demotivated, I always come back to the reason why I started making videos in the first place. A lot of times we get too caught up by the numbers or tend to focus on the negatives, so always remind yourself that reason, and of course, take breaks if needed and don't be burnt out. You got this. I hope this video answers some of your questions about being a YouTuber, and honestly, looking back on my whole journey, I'm really proud of myself, and hopefully you guys can stick around when I have like 200k, 300k, up until 1 mil, okay. Please subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and check out my Discord server if you'd like. See you all in the next video, and good luck on your YouTube journey. Bye bye!